Man, I really wish a set like this existed when I was a kid. What's up, LEGO fans? Welcome back. Alex here. In this video, we're doing a review on a Technic vehicle. This is the Ford Bronco SUV. A lot of Technic sets came my way, and this is the one that I actually decided to build first out of all those that came out of that very large box. So let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. This is set number 42213, contains 943 pieces, and it's going to retail for $65, and it's going to be available as of the 1st of August. So let's take a look at this thing here. First of all, I gotta say, it looks great. I mean, it looks exactly like the Ford Bronco SUV that we are seeing all over the roads. This is a two-door version here. I like the red color. Man, it looks really nice, I gotta say. And I think they nailed the look of it very, very well. Now, it's not massive. The scale of this is very manageable. I will say it's not going to be like your Mercedes G-Wagon or that Land Rover Defender Technic sets. I think those are amazing. This one is definitely more manageable as far as the build experience goes. However, I will say this. This is a Technic set. It is very technical. I thought this was going to be a lot easier than it was, but every single bag you're opening is just full of Technic pins and axles and rods, and there's very few real Lego elements. Like there's a few plates and tiles. Don't let the looks deceive you. This is definitely a Technic set. They just do pretty good with the paneling around this thing. In fact, when I was building it, only the last two sections, I think there's 9 sections, like the last section is when you see a lot of red. Other than that, you're seeing a lot of black and gray, and of course a lot of blue pins. You know what, I gotta bring that up because I always forget that when I'm reviewing Technic sets, is how bad is the blue. Because all of these Technic sets, they suffer from the blue pins being too visible, and this does suffer from it a little bit. I mean, I do see some blue pins kind of sticking out. This one, unfortunately, you do see the blue kind of sticking out against the red color around it. So it doesn't bug me, and I love 1/8 scale Technic supercars, and they suffer from that a lot, but it's nothing that's ever really bothered me, honestly. But just be aware that you're going to see some blue pins on the Ford Bronco. So let's talk about the functionality, because Technic allows for a lot of cool play. So let's go ahead and start with steering. There's hand of God steering. So you have a spare tire here at the back, very cool, and that allows you to steer your Bronco. And it looks like there's not a lot of, I don't know, steering or turning radius, I will say. It looks like it doesn't rub. I see that, so that's kind of nice. So there's no hand of God steering at the top. Usually you see that, but no, it's from the back, and I kind of like that. The steering wheel inside, though, is just for looks. It's not connected to the front. Not that that really matters, but I thought I'd bring that up just in case you guys were curious on that steering wheel on the inside. But I will say, though, the inside looks pretty cool, too. I mean, as far as Technic sets go, it is pretty nice. And you have a nice dashboard that is, of course, a sticker, so just be aware of that. There are going to be a few stickers of this thing. Obviously, the dashboard and, of course, the front grille and these lights are going to be stickers, as well as these little sleds here at the top. These doors that open up on either side, it's a 2-door, right? They open and close really smooth. I like that. And it even sounds like satisfying. Like, listen to this. Very well done, Lego. And of course, we have the hood. The hood opens up here, revealing a twin turbocharged V6 engine, producing, according to the box here, 330 horsepower. But I'm going to talk about that later, because there was something that's bugging me about that engine. But like I said, I'll talk about that later. But we can open and close this up. Oh, also, before I do, this engine in here has these little cylinders that pop up and down, connected to the rear axle. So you go back and forth really, really quick, and those things go up and down really, really quick. Very fun. There's no gears. You can't shift it into neutral first or reverse or anything like that, or drive. It's all connected to that rear axle. Underneath the vehicle, there's a lot of stuff going on. You can really see the technicness, if that's a word, of this thing here. And then here at the front, you can kind of see how the steering reaches the front, and that is a really nice little feature there as well with steering. Now, my favorite feature, guys, of course, is going to be the suspension. We got to do the suspension test, all right? So let's bounce it and see what happens. Ready? It's a little bouncy, right? Not bad. Ooh, we got a roller already, guys. Sorry about that. All right, so watch what happens when I push down for the front and the back. Ooh, the front goes down pretty good there, but the back does not. So the front here has independent suspension. Not really independent suspension because it is connected to the other side because they share the same spring. Now that's okay with me because if they didn't do it this way, we probably wouldn't benefit from the suspension. So it's a nice little mechanism that they have here. I'm impressed with it, so happy to see that. However, in the back, it is locked. It doesn't go up and down. It goes side to side. It sways, which is pretty nifty, but it's locked in place here. So the back doesn't go up and down. So that's kind of a drawback, but I totally get why they did it. The scale of this thing makes it a little bit difficult, so that's for sure. Now, as far as articulation goes, you have to kind of put some weight on the top of it here to kind of push it down. But there we go. We got the front wheel sticking down there. I mean, yeah, it's got some pretty good articulation, I gotta say. So there you go. We're flexed out here on the Ford Bronco. Now, I talked about that V6 engine. I want to bring that back up again. I thought it'd be kind of fun to build and price this vehicle out in real life and share how much it would cost in real life. But for the life of me, I could not duplicate the build. And I think it's because this is a 2-door Bronco, but it's got the V6 engine in it. And I could not equip that. It wouldn't let me. I could only get the inline 4-cylinder engine. I thought, what's going on here? Is this false advertising here going on? Now, I looked it up. I Googled it. I was like, does Ford allow a V6 in a 2-door? And it said yes, but only in one version of the SUV. And that was like the Shorp version. I can't remember what it was called. It was a weird name. And I thought, oh, okay, that's cool. But it looked nothing like this. This looks like from the badging that it's a Badlands. So that's obviously not the same. So I don't think this truck should exist. It doesn't exist. They shouldn't have a V6. It should have a 4-cylinder. I know why they put it in there, because it looks cool. It's a V6. It's a bigger engine, whatever. But it's also deceiving. I could be wrong. I'm sure somebody will probably be like, actually, Alex, there is a Ford Bronco, and it's this one right here. You just didn't look long enough, which is fair. I looked for 10 minutes, so it wasn't like I did a full-on investigation. So, and it wouldn't be the first time I'm wrong, okay? So that is a quick look at it. I will say, I think it's pretty cool. I think it looks really neat, and I like this. I'm actually going to keep this set. A lot of times I give these away, but I'm going to be selfish and keep this somewhere. I don't know where. It's not like I have room in my house that's being taken over by Lego sets. My goodness. But in any case, thanks to Lego for providing me this copy for review. And I want to know what your review of this is like. So let me know in the comment section below what you think about this. It seems to me like it's a good gift idea to maybe a 14, 15-year-old kid. Would have a lot of fun. I mean, I would have had a great time with this thing. I was desperate for anything that had cool suspension like this when I was a teenager. It would have been awesome. Now it's $65, which, you know what? This is going to be controversial. I'm going to say, yeah, I think that's fair. I think it's a fair price for what you get. It's a good build experience. It's very technical, like I said, and it's fun. It looks great. It's good, especially if you're a Ford Bronco fan. Yeah, there you go. I don't know if you can get a lift kit. Lift kit might be kind of tough with this. There's a lot of components here, but I see people do it. I'm sure you can too. But for me, I'm going to keep it stock as is from the factory. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.